Hello everyone. So part of our vision as an organization is to try as much as possible to mitigate the spread of zoonotic diseases from animals to humans, and that is why today on this episode of Everything Livestock, we're going to be talking about a particular zoonotic disease that's been on rampage in Nigeria and in Africa generally. It's called the Lassa Fever. Lassa Fever is a viral illness that occurs in West Africa, and the reservoir of this virus is a rodent, which is the genus Mastomys, known as the multimammate rat. And these rats are the common rats we find in our homes, like the common domestic rats we find everywhere. It is transmitted to humans mainly through food or household items contaminated by infected rats, urine and feces, and by handling infected rats. Common symptoms in Lassa fever includes gradual onset of fever and general weakness, and after a few days we could have other symptoms such as headache, sore throat, muscle pain, chest pain, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, cough, and abdominal pain, amongst other symptoms. In severe cases, patients may present with bleeding neck, facial swelling, and shock. Various degrees of deafness has also been researched upon to be shown to occur in 25% of survivors, and hearing may return after 1 to 3 months, but note this only occurs in 50% of patients. So that means it can actually, even if you survive it, it can actually cause total deafness or permanent deafness. Now, symptoms for this disease is not specific, and so most of the time clinical diagnosis of Lassa fever may be very difficult. Differential diagnosis, when I mean differential diagnosis, I mean other diagnoses that I may be mistaken for, could include yellow fever, malaria, viral hemorrhagic fevers, typhoid fever, shigellosis, and other viral and bacterial diseases. Handling and processing specimen requires very suitable equipped laboratories under maximum biological containment conditions, and staff collecting samples also are supposed to be trained. Now, how do we prevent Lassa fever? Prevention relies on promoting good community hygiene to discourage rodents from entering our homes, and these measures include removing sources of attraction for rats, storing grain and other foodstuff in rodent-proof containers, and disposing of garbage far from the homes, and maintaining clean households, and also washing dish after eating. Preventing rats from entering houses, block holes around the house, improving building materials and structures, sealing walls, and keeping cats and dogs. Avoid contact with infected rats and consumption of their raw meats. Rats should be handled with gloves and other appropriate protective clothing. All animal products also should be thoroughly cooked. Avoid contact with infected Lassa patients and deaths, and regular hand washing with soap and water is very, very necessary, which is the normal sanitation we always talk about. Encourage early treatment in Lassa treatment centers. That is, if you happen to see any clinical signs or that looks like the symptoms I listed earlier, the best thing is to make sure you seek medical help as fast as possible. Now, it is also very helpful to regularly wash your hand using gloves and mask when caring for suspects of Lassa patients at home before you seek for health advices. Okay, so now that you all have this information, be sure to be very observant. If you see any of the clinical signs I listed earlier, please make sure to get to a hospital as soon as possible. And also, the preventive measures I listed earlier, it is very important, as prevention is always better than cure. If you have any questions, whether about this topic or about animals or anything, just go to our website at livestock247.com. Click on the livestock menu. It's a new menu on our website where you can ask any question whatsoever regarding animals or zoonotic diseases, and be sure that a professional will get back to you. Hey, and exciting news! There's a new feature on our website, which is our live prices. You can go to our website and check out the prices of different livestock animals in all the major livestock markets in Nigeria. And don't forget to like, share, and comment.